Welcome to game one of our doubleheader tonight on ACC Network. We start here in Chapel Hill at Smith Center. Number 7 North Carolina back at home. Regular season home finale on senior night. They welcome
Get off to a start here if you can.
Keba Jai and Armando Baycott get us going. A.J. Desai, Jamie Luckey, Paul Zell's on the whistle tonight here in Chapel Hill. Here's the likely ACC Rookie of the Year to start the possession with Marcus Burton.
And playing against the likely ACC Player of the Year, R.J. Davis. A great matchup to see these two guys going at it.
Tate Davis strong to the basket. Dewey Farris.
I'm the first-time player and he missed the layup.
Here's R.J. Davis. You see the lineup for the Tar Heels. R.J. Davis is good.
We'll get to those awards a little later in our show, but both these guys have had great years on the sideline.
Burton spinning through traffic and scores. That's what Marcus Burton does as well as any. Tar Heels in transition. Lob for Baycott. Couldn't finish it, but made the catch. Back for Cadeau. The easy layup bounced out. Elliott takes home his own miss. Here today. Shrewsbury, young freshman's really kind of come into his own here in the last half dozen games as well. Burton, a step through, 5 to shoot. Here's Davis on the drive. Ingram kept it from him. Davis resets, flipped it up, wouldn't go, and now whistling a foul. And Paul Zell's from under.
Well, no, you absolutely do not if you're Notre Dame because you're playing.
You do that, but Carolina's not going to let you do that.
WD, Michael Shrewsbury's good start. He said they didn't have to get out 8-0,
right,
but they need to make sure it was 6-6 in comparison to being Carolina up big.
Ryan from the front.
That he's coming back.
Yes, I do. I do know their coach is worried. There is Jai. Good look by Shrewsbury for Keba Jai's transition.
And that's really been the difference for Notre Dame as of late. They've handled the basketball so much better. That time turning it over when they had an opportunity to get a quick bucket.
Cadeau slashing. Ryan had a path into traffic against Roper and will draw the foul. NBA player.
And the thing with Notre Dame is keeping it kind of easy, trying to stay in the game.
Carolina a 3-point lead. Jalen Washington has come in. Give Baycott some bench minutes here. A couple minutes ahead of the under-12 timeout. Here's Burton's first 3 of the night. Long. And Davis clears, and Carolina 3-on-3. Washington trailing. Davis Shrewsbury wrapping around. Runner with the right hand rattles in.
The play that R.J. stop and shoot that medium-range jump shot. He's really gotten better over his time.
Davis trying to stay out of Jai's pickup. There's Washington for 3. Jalen Washington's 7th 3 of the year.
North Carolina team has the ability to stretch it from beyond the three-point arc and came in with the reputation of a shooter out of high school. Gary, Indiana, by the way, the home of Michael Jackson, in case you didn't know.
Here's Jai. Washington at the post with it. Little up and under, and Booth taps it home.
Coach, you talk Booth, you see his maturity and the player that he is today in comparison to who he was on November the 10th when Notre Dame started playing.
So much difference. Give Notre Dame staff tremendous credit.
Second tricky with it, WD.
Burton, nice cross into traffic, spot up jumper good. Second field goal for Marcus Burton, Jim.
That's what he does better than
top of the conference. He hasn't been there yet in his 3 seasons.
There's Baycott strong against Zona, and Armando's on the board.
Armando on the board. He was looking for him all the way.
That's what the smart point guards do, Coach. Great job by R.J. Davis getting Armando involved and getting him a good look.
Burton all the way through. He'll leave it for Davis in the corner. Knocks down a high arcing 3. Just the
Davis's play over the last 6 games has been a difference maker. We talked about Burton, but they've gotten great production from Davis as well.
Baycott slips it for Trimble. On the drive, and Armando now with 10 to shoot against Matt Zona. He'll roll back, strong off the window. He'll draw the foul on the senior, Matt Zona.
Being blown out at home by Wake.
Are you concerned after losses at Notre Dame and Virginia Tech for Forbes' Deacons when it comes Selection Sunday, Jim?
It'd be good for him to win the 2 home games, which I think he will.
Ingram thought about it from the corner off an offensive chance here for Carolina. Tar Heel lead 4. Look at Ingram to the right side. Can't finish. Knocked out. Paxson Wojcik on the floor. draws the foul, I think. Who's scoreless in his last 3 ball games. Now out there, and Ingram, boy, he deflects a ton of basketballs.
He absolutely does. Has great hands, great anticipation, but more importantly, defensively, he's sound and going for steals and deflections with the right hand, because when he doesn't get them, he's not out of position.
5 to shoot. Here's Burton taking Ingram on all the way down to paint. Scores.
That's
Me, but that was not the opportunity for it. I thought on a 2-on-1, he could have taken it to the rim, gotten an easy layup.
And they get a tie game. I mean, yeah, you gotta make that play.
How about this 3?
They come back with a 3. Now you're 5 down. Everybody misses a call once in a while.
It has been RJ the pick and the layup.
They missed a little bit. He still was off balance. It wasn't a good look. Carolina played good defense.
Ingram tees one up and hits.
Because Harrison Ingram and Cormac Ryan and Ellie Cadeau all coming off the bench.
Yeah. You're right. Good point. Here's Shrewsbury. Braden can't buy one from distance. Nice recovery and stick back for Tay Davis.
Counting the basketball, offensively and defensively, he fit right in with that.
Little runner with a right hand for RJ Davis. 11 now for Davis.
Much better. They're much more comfortable.
Here is Davis driving. Baycott with the last slap. Here's Ryan with Ingram to his left. He'll dump it. Ingram will take off baseline. A little Euro in the right hand for the hoop.
And they have rebounding. Armando Baycott has supplied that for North Carolina this entire season.
And that's where they get out, and that's when they're really good.
Here's the drive. Shrewsbury the score. Braden's got 4.
Get him the basketball. Give him an opportunity to get his hands on it.
Ingram foul line. Got it. 7. Irish need a bucket here. Imes out of the corner, and it rattles out. Ryan races by Booth, tried to score, and it bounds away. From New York City, and the first one good.
54 points, but that's been the difference with this North Carolina. There, here comes Ryan.
Tar Heels trying to extend their lead now at 14. Look at Ingram. Variety of spins, carries him into the lane and scores.
He's too small to guard me. Just gave the too small sign on the way back. He's like, hey, I can do this whenever I want.
9 for Ingram, and it's coming a flurry here. Burton on the drive, and a foul called.
Team has been, especially in this build, a big Duke win here.
Yep.
Now, this one, many people look at this as a trap game, considering that with the Duke game coming up on Saturday at Duke, would they let their guard down here against Notre Dame?
I think the reason they wouldn't is they had time off, so they really were able to get ready for this game. And they're just...
You see what I'm saying? That's why there was so much violence in the block.
Oh, my goodness. You got my gear? Here's Shrewsbury.
You're wearing my uniform.
Yeah. And Shrewsbury. There's RJ Davis through traffic. That was sandwiched, and Davis is hurt. Look out. Down here's J.R. Konechny going hard to the basket. Zona squeezes through. He will score. They will stop play. RJ Davis, I think, could run the ball. Davis being tended to by Carolina basketball athletic trainer Doug Halverson.
Good thing for RJ is his left elbow. Won't affect the trigger at all.
Ryan working against Konechny. Those are 2 guys familiar with one another, and Strickland fouled, and it's Eastern tomorrow with our terrific nothing but net coverage. Kelsey Riggs, Muffin.
You can beat one guy. Yeah. Either they help and you kick to your shooter, or you get all the way to the rim for a layup.
Burton, and he's going to get ticketed with an offensive foul. Second on Marcus Burton, 9 now on the Irish.
Way before the elbow came out.
7 turnovers on Notre Dame with 20 to shoot. Here's Ryan scooping and scoring. Him in there too.
You got Rex in there?
How about John Mooney? You want to get Mooney some
How
run
far
too?
back you want to go here? Jeez.
I remember Pfluger from the corner would wear you out. Here's Ingram in transition. Tremble, Davis. 3. Here's Tremble at the horn from 3. Nope, too strong, and that'll get us to the half. 16-point lead for Carolina here, Coach. With only 35% in the first half. Tar Heels the ball and this lead. Hines is back on the floor for the Irish to start the second half with Burton. Shrewsbury along with Jai and Kerry Booth. And there's Cormac right into double figures.
Sometimes they get called for those fouls. However, then the old Gary Williams fashion, coach, if you foul on every play, they can't call all of them.
Gary'd be mad if you said that. That's a Georgetown play.
Here's Davis, a long three. 14 for R.J. Davis. That's his second.
The only way you can have an all-ACC team is if you can have 8 guys. Because there's 8 guys that should be on the team.
But we have 4 that I think we all agree on is Elliot Cadeau. Attack.
Look at this drive. What do you got here, Jim? That's just good move, huh?
Yeah. The kid's really plays like a veteran player. He knows how to play the game of basketball. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes, if any. Does not make mistakes, and he gets the ball to people. That's what he
goes on an 8-0 run to start the second half. There we go. To Davis, 12 to shoot. Zona trying to help. Here's RJ all the way through. Bounces for Trimble. 5 on the clock. Trimble backing down against Burton. Fall away baseline.
Spots, and they just keep guys in front of them, and they still got Baycott back there if they need help.
Washington trailing for 3.
Basketball, that may be something that helps this North Carolina team as they move forward in the postseason.
Burton fouled on the drive.
But they had those. It's just one of those things.
If you're Micah Shrewsbury, you got to process that tonight, though. You're playing one of the best teams in the country, right?
Yeah, but when you're going through it, you're not processing it.
He also had 13 minutes against Clemson earlier this year. He's playing a lot tonight. And there's the first field goal of the second half. Lead is 30 with 6 minutes gone here in the second half.
And they really haven't had to use much offense from R.J. Davis. However, he's going to find a way to get involved into the mix. Unable to get the mix.
Going to get involved. Something's going to happen. Washington has to be there for them in tournament time.
Long rebound handled Shrewsbury from the Davis miss. Braden will pull up and hit.
And that's really been with the 14 points per game on the road. He's the guy that they normally depend on for a lot of their scoring, and he hasn't been able to get going here this evening.
He can't get a shot. He can't get a shot. It's not that he's missing. He just can't get a shot.
Withers. First points for Jay.
Put that spin on it. That's that spin on it right there. You can call it English, you call it whatever you want, but it's a good bucket for Jay.
Shooter. Carolina tonight. By the way, terrific player, was 3 times All-Conference USA. Curtis Withers at Charlotte for the old 49ers.
You play with Dink? Byron Dinkins?
I think he may have been in the Henry Williams, Byron Dinkins era.
Oh, yeah, that was a good
points for Henry Williams. Kench, Cornbread Maxwell. By the way, every player.
Yeah, I saw Phil in the tunnel. I said, "Hey, Coach Boeheim's looking for you." You said you haven't talked to him since '75.
Great player. We got lucky.
Jim Lee in my nightmares.
Yeah.
And there's a foul after the missed shot.
Coach, I thought you did an excellent job in that game.
Yeah.
Getting Cole Swide to the bench.
It worked out.
You got a 2-way in the NBA from that. So.
Back in, no good for Tate Davis.
You got to look at the.
Got Ingram a triple. And Ryan the rebound. Look at Cormac fight. Can't finish. They scramble again. Ingram, of course.
Think about how long this possession has been defensively for the Irish.
I haven't seen Cormac Ryan do that.
He is Tony Sanders would be guys he's really familiar with. There's Burton. Konechny a 3, and J.R. Konechny knocks in.
Back defensively, and more importantly, not foul.
Yep.
I think Cormac Ryan has no regrets about being at North Carolina.
None whatsoever.
No, and it goes back to an early season statement by Hubert Davis as you see Tate Davis score for the Irish. It leads to the impact of the portal. And we talk about Harrison Ingram. How about Cormac Ryan in terms of fits?
Perfect fit. North Carolina is hard to beat. Dave, RJ, and Baycott, they're going to play good. They're going to be there. Cadeau is a solid player. It's those two guys that make this team very hard to beat.
And Coach, one of the things you mentioned earlier, we start talking about the bench production. We didn't bring up the fact that when North Carolina was losing 3 out of the 6 games in the middle of the ACC play, Seth Trimble was injured.
Yeah.
And they did not well, but he gives them that force in the paint.
10 to shoot for Konechny, and here's Kerry Booth, a 3. And they're going to call Washington for the foul.
So it won't matter.
Brings those to North Carolina.
I'll find a way to get cookies normally while I'm here.
You know, the Virginia guy, that's all there is to it.
The one thing you know, Dave O'Brien is not bringing me cookies. I'm the one. Jared McCain has been their most consistent guy. Jeremy Roach has stepped up and made big plays and big shots for them. Mark Mitchell has been dominant down the stretch. And
we used to have 9 teams and pick 5 guys. Now you got 15. It's hard to pick 5 guys.
Baycott fouled on the way up. That was Davis, I think.
Those are nice numbers because, again, as coach not scoring, he's dishing.
He's also the leader of this team.
Tar Heels trying to win for the 6th time in their last 7. It would be their 5th straight. Look at Davis. Fouled and hit.
It's a fix the shot. And, of course, that's absolutely important. But more important, look at his teammates come over. They all have the same celebration. It's the same celebration. This team is connected, which is one of the reasons why they've been one of the best.
They get great ball movement. They help.
5.5 to go. The Tar Heels looking at win number 24. It would be their 16th in the league, and Baycott fouled. Coverage you can only find one place. It's on ACC Net.
Schedule if I can pull up on Sunday. You know, I was in the building last year.
I know you were.
I was on the floor celebrating.
Yeah, nice.
Hope Elizabeth Kitley, AC Player of the Year, is okay.
Yeah.
Was injured in the and congrats to my Hoos.
Oh yeah,
Virginia getting the win over Virginia Tech as RJ knocks down the 3 ball.
I got to tell you, you watch him play, and the full package offensively is really impressive by RJ Davis. And there's
And Armando Baycott, they've got 5 guys in double figures right now.
Yep. And Baycott teeing up another one.
Let him go, baby.
There it is. Timing on the floor will get us to a timeout.
It's going to be an air ball, and that'll be the end of the 3-point shooting. Great when you have a great game on senior night and everybody's happy. He's right there.
The 2 of them are tied for top, but I have been a Julie Boeheim fan ever since our first encounter there.
Buddy made a game winner the other night.
Yep.
Deep 3.
Booth tried to bank one home. Okonkwo scrambles inside. Zona might have gotten away with the ball.
Might have?
Might have gotten it first. For the cookies. Yep.
Comac in England, and turning all this thing around is, you know, I mean, there's a lot of guys that have done great coaching jobs this year. Red Autry has done an unbelievable job, I think, but you can't discount what Hubert's done here.
JT Creighton Lebo a little hezzy, and a one-hand scoop. And out of bounds, it'll belong. 28 seconds left. Notre Dame, by the way, will be in Blacksburg on Saturday to meet Virginia Tech. And, of course, Duke, Carolina is Saturday night, 6:30 on ESPN.
That's not the way you want to finish your season. At Carolina at Virginia Tech. That's not fun.
Hubert Davis and Carolina win for the 14th time at home. They have clinched at least a tie for the regular season championship in the ACC. And for the 14th time in this 39-year history of this building, Carolina has now won 14 or more games in a season.